At this moment, I'm going to go ahead and hide my wheel group. And we're going to create the screw top. This will help us get a sense of scale of the card that we're creating. The best way of going about creating this object, instead of grabbing a sphere, grab an actual polygon cube. Instead of just using the smoothing tool as a preview, we're actually going to smooth the actual object. We can do so by going into Mesh, Smooth. Here, now we're being presented with a number of subdivisions that we can change. Add subdivisions from 1 to 3. Scale up your object. Selecting faces, select the bottom part of your faces all the way around, just like so. Hit delete on your keyboard, so you're only left with the top part. Go into the object mode, scale that up even further, and make that top flat. Selecting the edges, select the outer rim or edge loop, and let's go ahead and extrude that inwards. And we can even extrude that one more time. This time around, we'll push that in. Now, going all the way on the top, we'll select the faces that will help us define this object as an actual screw top. Once selected, go ahead and extrude that inwards. And once at the bottom, pull down the actual curvature by moving down the scale. Feel free to start adding edge loops in any area in which you like a bit more definition. Remember to keep pressing the number 3 to preview your object in smooth mode. All right, so this looks good. We can always duplicate this later if we wanted to. Now let's bring back our wheel, Shift H, and let's make it all fit to scale. We'll rotate this minus 90 degrees on Z. Scale it down so it fits. Move it back. So again, this is going to help with the sense of scale. And we can always use this and duplicate it throughout our RC car. We're now going to add some fillers, and we can do so by adding more geometry to our wheel. We're going to create another cylinder. Rotate it 90 degrees on Z. Scale it up a bit. Push it back. And now to create the closing of this area, we can go with a sphere. Rotate 90 degrees on Z. Subdivision's axis, we'll change that to 12. And subdivision height, we'll change that to 12 as well. We'll delete half of the sphere. So the faces that we don't need are going to be these ones right here. Delete that. Let's put this back into place. Scale it up, just like so. Press the number 3 to smooth it out. Let's select the inner loop. Let's extrude this outwards. I'm gonna press number 1 so that's not distracting. I'm gonna extrude this one more time, scale it down, extrude one more time, or bring it in. Go object mode, press number 3, see how your product is looking. When you see things like that, that just means that we need more resolution, more geometry. Let's go ahead and do that with edge loops. Remember that when adding edge loops, the closer you are to the edges, the better resolution you ultimately have. Alright, that will be the part that will connect to the cart. I can push that inwards actually. Yeah, without the other object kind of showing through. So try to push it in as much as you can. Something like that would definitely work. Alright, lastly, before we finish, let's add all these new objects. Let's label them first and then add them to the group. So call this the wheel hub. Let's call the cylinder wheel inner. And also we'll do screw. Now we can just click and middle mouse button into the group. Now when I select the group, all of the objects that are contained with it will be selected as well.